But that's the same thing as the other ones, only without the function. Why? Is the init point also total product? Okay, that's. I don't even know why I'm using the other. Okay, let's just save it, run it, just do it. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. So what was I doing wrong? Right, so we have to multiply. Okay, so let's go into the shader for the laser. No, so when we get the texture for the, we need to know here, because it's going to go from 0 to 1, but it's So am I doing this right? I don't know. What should I do to get this right? Well, it looks, at least the blending looks good. Hold on. Literally each one's a third. So oh right, F-type. Right, okay, hold on, F-type. F-type. So we want to multiply. We want to multiply GL point forward times vector 2. If it's 0, 1, or 2, right? So we're just gonna. Actually, we're gonna. Multiply by 0.3223. Comma 1. The offset vector 2 F-type times 0. So if it's 0, it's going to be 0. If it's 1, it's going to be 0.3. Okay, that should work. And the amount of the texture that it will sample is 0.3. But the Y texture that it will sample is 1 each time. So let's see what that does. So now they should all be randomly 1 of 3 colors. Right? And we're broken. Syntax there. Oh, we have an extra one. Oop. And they are. Nice. And they look perfect. That looks perfect. We're drawing them like that. Okay, so how much of a texture? Where were we at? Actually, this shows it here too, doesn't it? That's cool. We could draw them more perfectly if we get it like that. So, what's the motto? Make it pretty? I think we're going to do that. If we can view, see right here, can we tell? Because right here it goes here it goes there it goes there. We can guesstimate, right? Do you want to guesstimate? If I had to guess, can we look at this here? See how the colors really... Yeah. So let's see if we can guesstimate right where... It's definitely right there. Where did I sample though? So let's say right there, and that's 9 pixels. What if we go to the 10th pixel? 10th pixel. Alright, so let's call it there, 10 pixels. And this one, let's go down to try 16, 20. Oh, that was dumb, Jeff. Not 20. So 10 and 17. 10 and 15. 16. Let's go 10 and 15. So let's try on this one, 11. Because it's 10. 15 for sure on that one. Let's try. Okay, 9 and 15. And then the total size of the texture is 68. So we want to, excuse me, what we want to do is and how do we do that? So what we're talking about doing is setting the Y sample total amount and then the offset that the Y will start at. Okay, I can do that. It's 2 floats. So float the Y total sample. And we're going to set it to 1 for the first one. And float Y offset. We're going to set it to 0 for the first one. So if f-type equals 2, we want to do this. We want one for type 1, we want one for type 0. So the total sample, okay, so if the offset for type 1 is 9, and then the whole thing is 68. Okay, so first of all the offset. So if we take 9 divided by 68, we're going to start at 0.1323. So the offset will be 0.1323. And then the total sample that we're going to take is going to be 9 offset from either side, so that's 18. So we're going to sample 50 out of 68. 0.7352. Total sample. 0.7352. 52? 25. 53, we can just round it up. Okay, that was fairly straightforward, actually. And again, we should go with Juice's idea, but this is just rough. This is really rough, so it just doesn't have to be perfect. So the offset for that one, 15 divided by 68, 0.22. Let's just go with an offset of 0.22. If we're taking 0.22 from either side, that's 0.44. 1 minus 0.44. 0.56 is the total sample. So now it will sample a little bit, tighter because of those. Okay, and those look great. Those look great. Now let's see what happens. I know they're 32 in size, but let's just make them a little bit bigger. Nice. Are those going to be too big for the minions? I don't think so. It's just going to be a cool little projectile that comes out. Actually, I would choose for the minions, I would choose the red and or the orange and save the yellow for the ship. So type 0 and 1 for the minions. Cool. That's awesome. Okay, so we don't even need that laser projectiles function. I'm just going to chalk it up to coffee or something that I wasn't doing right. Oh, I see what I wasn't doing right. The area index is I when it should have been total particles plus I. Or no, it should have been total particles. Alright, anyways, we're using an endpoints, which is what I should have been using. Alright. I'm an idiot. Laser projectiles. It's a one-liner anyways. Okay, make sure that works. Okay, brings out a rotation. The rotation is in the fragment shader. What do we do to add the rotation? I forget what rotate texture. Rotation multiplier. Oh, it's like a scale. I should call that a rotation scale. It's only used once in the function too, but that doesn't matter. It should be proper anyway, even if it's used 10 times. And then in offset, perfect. That's fine. So let's throw in, so the rotation scale is going to be, it would be 1. Offset would be 0. So instead of this, which we will save, we're going to call rotate texture. Oh, and when it rotates, hold on, rotate texture. So when it samples according to geo point chord set in. So I do need a rotation scale and offset. So what is the ship parts? Rotation scale was 0.1. Oh, so the rotation scale needs to be 2 dimensions, because in the case of this one, there's an X and a Y that's different. So let's change this to a vector 2, 0.1, and let's receive a vector 2 in rotation scale, and then this one, GLP rotation, is a vector 2, so we can multiply it by that vector 2. Can't we? Yeah. Yes. Okay, so then when we send in the rotation scale for this one, we want to send in oh, it doesn't tell me. Rotation, so we're going to send in a vector 2, 0.3333 and 1. And then the offset is going to be vector 2. F-type and 0.33. Will that work? Well, I don't even know if the space parts will work, so let's see if we broke everything. What did we do? Yeah. So, syntax error, parse error, line 20. Line 20. Oh. Too much coffee. Too much coffee. Okay, undeclared identifier rotate texture, line 74. Oh, because I'm using it in more than one spot here. Hold on. Rotate texture. Oh wait, what was the error? Theater. Cannot convert from const float to out high oh, so it's, hold on, I got it. Be right back. 74, 81, 86. Alright, did I mess this up? What about an 86? There it is. So, see this one too. This would be a vector 2. Like that. And this one will be a vector 2. Right like that. So I'm not sure what's going on with the errors. Oh wait. No wait. 74. 70. Come on, look at that. Oh, okay. Here's on 75. Right, because I went to the next line. Okay, so computer, what's going on? Okay, that is interesting enough. Oh. Try that. Alright, so set that just to 1. I don't know what's going on, but am I missing something completely? No, 75. Okay, computer. You're just not liking this function call. Why not? Oh, duh. Because rotate texture returns a vector 3. No, it doesn't. It returns a vector 4. So... Still giving me that. Wait, now it's giving me okay, let's just set those. Okay, so I'm doing something wrong. So this we want to be laser. Okay. Save that. Just piece by piece. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, that doesn't break it. Okay. And this we want it to be this vector. Oh, there we go. So I don't know what I was doing. I had something wrong up here? Like an extra something. And then this is right here. Okay, yeah, I have no idea what I was doing wrong. The computer's just being really touchy about something. Because look, what am I missing? Oh, capital T. Oh, yeah. Okay, capital T. Gotcha. Okay, those look great. Those look absolutely great. So they rotate in any direction. I think they're the perfect size. I like the yellow for the... Can we change the color? Of course we can change the color. Of course we can. Okay, so what we can do is... yeah, they'll initially have that, yeah. For now, we're just going to go with that. I mean, we could look to make it pretty. Okay, Space Arena 17. Let's just... At this point, we're calling this a success. So I just want to make sure we save that success before we make any more changes. The thing that was giving me the trouble here is the fragment shader, so that's another thing we're going to go to the next level, next version. Even though that didn't change, we're going to put it there. Okay, now go back into here. Okay, great. Oh, make sure we didn't break anything. Switching over to the new version. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, so the ship parts are still a little bit, and I noticed, oops, in the fragment shader that I did a dim. Let's make them a little bit more dim now that we have the, there. So now see they stand out a little bit more because the ship parts in the background are a little bit, just a little bit more dim. I think that's going to be great. So, and the minions and the towers and the bases will stand out. Okay. Okay. So that is really okay, we're almost there with projectiles. So now what we need to do very cool. That's cool. Yeah, so I didn't realize that that was a scalar. And of course I didn't realize it because I was working with a perfectly square grid where the x coordinate and the y coordinate sample size is the same and the yeah, offset. pretty happy with the door closed until 10 o'clock. And at 10 o'clock, I'm going to call. No, she's not going to work. At 10 o'clock, I'm going to go open the window. And that should be good. Okay, this is really cool now. So. Oh my gosh. Oh shoot. Okay, so we're gonna keep the door closed probably all night. Okay, well I'm glad I closed it. I'm glad she was barbecuing the past few days, because then I wouldn't have had my door closed. And okay, so excuse me. So now so why didn't, when I set those to oh, let's go back to where we were at the bottom here. So laser projectiles. Perfect, so they're not drawn. They're in a state of not drawing. Okay. Alrighty, here's where it gets interesting. So now what we need to do is actually go into the place where I left off. Right here. Change state to 1. And then it'll just start firing the particles. This is the good part. What does he do? Rub his hands together and get all excited? Well, I just did that. That's awesome. Okay. Having fun. Having fun. Here we go. Let's shoot some lasers. Okay, this means we're going to change the state to 1, which means that it's going to... So, where the Minion is at, they're within projectile range. So how did I set the state? Check here to see if you need any mini... Oh, right. All right, too much coffee. Slow down. Back up. Food's out there. Okay, so within projectile range. So that's very similar to this function. Excuse me. Excuse me. So let's just go, let's just take this and copy, because I want exactly this. Except for we're only going to check for enemy minions. So it's going to be like the J. Wait, it's already tracking the nearest index and the nearest distance, but that's right inside the state. So if you're in this state and the nearest distance is less than 100, then we want to check. no enemy in sight, head to nearest waypoint. But if there is an enemy in sight, we want to see how close the enemy is, so we can check right here. Hold on. Let's check to see if anyone's out of range. We already do that. So right here, if the nearest distance is less than 100, then right here let's add check here to see if any enemy minions. Check here to see if the nearest so we're only checking against enemy units. Okay. I know, but if I go stir my food, as soon as I stir it, it's going to be delicious, and I'm not going to resist eating it, and I want to finish this first real quick. Huh? Okay, you're a freak. Click here to see if the nearest enemy minions with the... So if nearest distance is less than... How close do we want to be to the 0.25? Then we want to change the minion state. Oops. We might be jumping the gun by putting this minion state in here like this. Are we? Oh, it's an unsigned integer. Okay, that makes sense. Change state to firing projectile. Okay. So if they are within 0.25, which is clearly on screen, you're going to see that change state to firing. Okay, and then so this is a loop. This is the... Can we break out of just this if statement, but not out of this loop? No, but we could put a check. We could put another check now because here we're going to change the state to 1 and then don't do anything else. But otherwise, so let's just put the rest of the code for that in here. So instead of just doing all the code, if we're close enough, we want to take this code and put it in there. Okay, that makes sense. Now this So at this point then, if they are at state 1, let's just stop the minion in its tracks. This underscore minion dot m velocity equals vector 2 0. And then let's get the let's get the projectile. For now, well, actually, how do we manage the state of the projectiles? Well, that's what I was saying. Of course, there's only one state for them. No, there's two. Dormant and invisible, or firing. And it'll be firing from a minion. But should we just track that with the minion state here? So when the minion state is 1, so this minion, and then that will determine the state of the I'm kind of uncomfortable using the same variable to control both, but they're directly related, so that's fine. I think that should work. So when that state is 1, okay, so in that case, when M state is 0, let's go back down here. When M, where were we at? When M state is 0, okay, because it could change, excuse me, could change to a state where it destroys the enemy, and then that is no longer in, there are no others in range, so reset particle, laser particle to invisible, and that's all we need to do. So the laser particle is oh, wait a minute. Is it only the particle group that we turn false? Wait a minute. Where's init particle group again? Particle group p-index draw toggle. Oh, okay. So that particle group. So we could turn the whole particle group on or off with that. But let's that's just for me, for coding. So let's set, well, we have the type variable in here. So where is it at? Player ship minion laser right here. So F type 2, 1, 3, all that. Okay, so so let's override that with a type. Yeah, that's okay. So then when we reinitialize it, we can set the type to whatever. So if F type equals 3, we can just discard. So then we can have either a type, or we can have type 3, and that will just discard. So that when we reset it, like let's say we fire the particle. Oh, well, that gives you the option to, oh, that'd be weird. You could change color with each, but that's fine. So we're going to set it to the type or 3. So 3 will discard. So then, if we're, where were we at that we wanted to set that up here? Reset laser particle to invisible. So then we're going to use the ND block, and now the laser particle, that is going to be, how do we get the index for that? Oops. Init point. Right. So those were, so the laser projectiles were 229 to per 20. 229 plus I. Right. Okay. So up here, 229 plus I dot D type equals 3. That'll do it. So that'll turn it to invisible. And then when we are in a state here of firing, we're going to turn the particle on. So then we'll set it to, what is it, 1 or 2? We can set it to, it's the Minion firing. So for now, let's just set it to, actually 0 or 1. But let's just do, so that'll be 0, 1, or 2. So that, and we can, we'll change that later. But okay, so then we'll set the type there, and then we want to set the position of that particle. 229 plus I dot position. So at that point, the minion is going to stop, and it's going to be aimed directly at the enemy. So we want to draw this at the position of the minion, which is 209 plus I dot position plus the rotation. Actually, the position plus it has to, we have to do this separate in the vector 2. X plus the cosine of the rotation times, and now we just want to go just a little bit the distance of the minion body so that it's not drawing it directly kind of on the minion body, and it's 32. So for the X direction, 32 divided by 1920. So we're just going to add 0.01666 times the cosine. So that'll kind of put it away there. So that's the X direction. And then the Y direction, going to be a little bit different, but we need all this typing. Actually, let's do it like this, so I can see what I'm doing without going off the screen, driving me nuts. Ah, perfect. Perfect. Sine of that. And then that's just a little bit different in the Y direction. 32 divided by 1080. Oh. 0296. And then that's the end of the vector tube. So the position will equal GLM vector 2, the position of the x, plus the cosine of the rotation of the minion times 0.0. That works. And then the y plus, there's a squiggly though. Why is there a squiggly? Oh, because it's not a vector 2. I forget. Let's just put the z down here. So that'll set the type to be visible, set the position, so we should see them. This should be interesting. Let's see what this does. When they get in range, you guys ready to get those weapons? 0.25, and you're gonna... Oh, they did freeze, but I don't see the weapons. Okay. So this worked. The velocity was set here. D type was changed. 0, 1, or 2. And then the position of the What else needs to change in order for that to show up on the screen? I'm not sure. Excuse me. I'm just a little bit... See if it'll at least draw it directly on the minion, or maybe the minion will cover up the thing, but... So either the minions are covering it up, or I'm just not seeing. Oh, okay, good. I mean, it looks random, I guess. I just want to make sure. So can we do a thing at the moment just for... Let's set the player minions and draw them as false. But everything else will work. And we'll just go to the middle and wait for the enemy minions. Okay, so I'm not seeing them. So it's not that those are overriding. Just wanted to make sure. Laser projectiles. Oh, they're not shown. Because let's draw them all the time now because we have it. Oh, duh, so that's why. That's why. I'm an idiot. If this works, it'll be a nice screenshot. Screenshot. Da, 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 da. So of course it's going to probably draw them on the position because that's what I set them to. Oh, cool. So let's now go back to the last setup. Wait, where were we at? Instead of that, we want to draw them right there so it looks like they have little swords sticking out of their selves, their little minion drone selves. Oh, it's a little off, isn't it? Wait, why is it? Oh. Still a good screenshot. Did I get it? Oh, we don't want to mess with that. Oh, the enemy minions have them too. They look like lightsabers. Alright, I'm going to go eat. Thanks for tuning in. There will be more shortly after nourishment is consumed.